Hey guys, hey! Welcome back to another video, and today I'm on my own, unfortunately. We are doing a monthly favourites video. We haven't done one for a while, but I was kind of getting to the point where we weren't using enough every month or doing enough every month for me to, I don't know if you can hear Einstein in the background just pottering around. If he's make up his mind whether he should come in here and sit with me, or yeah, here he is. So you might see Einstein in this video, but yeah, so we weren't using enough or doing enough in a month for me to make a monthly favourites, but we have got quite a lot of things this month that we've really been enjoying. So I just thought, let's make a favourites, and just like, because I do enjoy watching them and then seeing stuff that other people have got and thinking, oh, I didn't think about getting that, but there we are. So we're going to start off, I have written a list so I can keep in mind what there was that I liked. Yeah, it's in no particular order, so we'll start with a music item. So the album that I've been absolutely loving this month has been Dua Lipa's Radical Optimism. I don't know if you can see that properly there or not, but I brought it on a whim because I thought, oh, I quite like some of the singles she's been bringing out, and then I absolutely love the whole album. There hasn't been one song that I think I would skip, and then it comes with this gorgeous blue vinyl. So yeah, absolutely adored that. It's a really good album, so I would highly recommend anyone like listening to it on Spotify, or I suppose you could listen to it on YouTube or places like that. But yeah, that's been a really, really good one for me. I've pretty much been playing it in the car when we've been going like everywhere. It's like it was a big staple of our Brighton vlog, our Brighton trip, because I played it all the time when we were driving around Brighton. So it also reminds me of good times. So that's the first thing. The second thing is this watermelon spray that we got from Home Bargains. 1 in a melon, scented body mist with shimmer. Now, this really, like, it's not intense, but you can see it on your arms and stuff when you spray it. And it really smells good of watermelon. And it lasts quite a while, I think, considering it's from like B&M and it was quite cheap. I think it was around $3.99, something like that. If I can find the price, I'll put it on the screen. But yeah, that's a really good one. I like how shimmery it is, and it smells really good. You can see the shimmer. Yeah, you can see the shimmer there, can't you? Yeah, highly recommend that one. And obviously the other sprays that we got in the other video were really good, but this was a standout just because of the shimmer in it, really. And if you like watermelon, it smells really good. Next up is Sainsbury's trainers, white trainers. Now these are women's trainers, but on this channel we don't discriminate. You know, we'll wear women's clothes, absolutely no problem doing that. And these have got quite a high heel, not high heel, like high sole on them, so they're quite good for height as well. And they've got a nice little blue kind of, is it iridescent, like patch on the back. So yeah, really been enjoying those. They were discounted, I think they were £13, which isn't bad because we've been looking for white trainers for ages and we just haven't been able to find a decent pair. And these are pretty decent. As you can tell how dirty they are at the bottom, I've been wearing them all the time. But yeah, highly recommended those, they were really good. Next is a candle, because we all know by now that I love candles. So this candle is it called Love? Bergamot, jasmine and amber. And it smells absolutely insane. It's very sweet. It's sweet, but it's also got like earthy tones to it as well. So it's a really good, like, sweet earthy kind of candle. So I really have been enjoying it, and it smells really good. It's amazing. And that was from Aldi. So I think they should still have some, but I do think the candles from Aldi and Lidl are pretty good. To be fair, I don't think there's been a couple that haven't been great, but most of them I think are really good. And this one, I think, is amazing. So the next thing is, I'll insert a clip somewhere here, I guess, of the outdoor solar lights that we bought for, I think they're about £3.99. They were under a fiver, and we bought about 3 or 4 of them for the back garden because they are so bright. They're really, really good for the price. And we've got one outside the front as well, and it like comes on if anyone goes past the house or if anything happens in the garden or whatever. It lights up really brightly, and they are really good solar lights for the price. And then you just screw them onto stuff, and they're just a really good solar light. So we've really been enjoying those. Next thing is the M&S dips, but it was specifically the chicken Caesar dip. We bought this a couple of days ago, and it's insanely good. I just cannot get over how good it is. It was £3.50, which is premium, quite an expensive price, but it tastes amazing. And obviously the colours on the bottom aren't great. There's a lot of red on there, but I think if you have it in moderation or share it between a few people, you'd be good. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing, this stuff. I saw videos of people trying it and saying how good it was, and I just didn't believe it. But yeah, it is really, really good. Next thing is a TV program, and we don't normally watch a lot of TV. We tend to only watch really YouTube or maybe a film every now and again. But I went onto the iPlayer and I thought, I'll just have a look, see what they've got. And there was this program called Peacock that's about a gym instructor, PT, that is having a bit of a hard time, and it's kind of like a comedy, but it's so funny. I started watching it, and then I pretty much watched it all the way through, both series. There's only a few episodes in series 1, and then I think there's about 6 in series 2, but I ended up watching all of them all in one go because it was so funny, and I just really enjoyed it. So if you're into like comedy kind of things, I think you probably enjoy it. So the next thing is an Ian thing. He thought he'd just pop one in because he's not obviously here because he's at work. But Ian's suggestion was a podcast called Help, I've Sexted My Boss. Now, I've only listened to a couple of like minutes of it when he's been in the car and he's played it, and it sounds interesting, but every now and again he'll come back from work and he'll say, oh, did you know this or did you know that? And I'm like, how do you know all this stuff? And he says that he's been learning it from this podcast, so I suppose it's good for learning new stuff that you didn't know before. Well, I didn't know anyway. But yeah, he recommends that podcast if anyone's interested in podcasts. Next is something that I can't show you again, but it's the £1 breakfasts from Tim Hortons. We tend to, when I've finished work on a Sunday morning, we tend to pop to Tim Hortons and have a £1 breakfast. So you pay for the drink and then you get the breakfast for £1. So you probably get a drink for about as cheap as maybe £3, and then the rest of the breakfast comes with it, and that's £1. So it's not £1 breakfast, but it is a cheap way of getting a breakfast from Tim Hortons. And if you like Tim Hortons, like we do, they are actually really good. If the camera's moving, it's because Einstein's moving his bum against it. Oh yeah. So yeah, sorry if the camera's shaking a bit. But yeah, it is a good way to get a cheaper breakfast. And if you like Tim Hortons, then yeah, it's a thumbs up, which we do. Next item is an Asda shirt that I got when we were on holiday in Brighton. It's I'll insert a picture of me in it if I can. If I can, I think I've got one of me in it. But I've been loving it because I'm a little bit on the hefty side. So this shirt kind of hides a multitude of sins for me. and I feel like it fits quite well. So I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know what I actually look like properly in it because I've not filmed myself in it. But in fact, I think there is a video of me in it on the channel somewhere. But anyway, I will insert a picture so you can see the shirt. But that was from Asda, and I think it was around £14 at the time. But we were walking through Brighton, and I had this hoodie on, and it was absolutely boiling. And I said to him, I'm gonna have to change my top, or like go back to where we were staying and change my top. Oh, I'd have to go and change my top. Go back to where we were staying and change my top, or we went to Asda and brought a shirt from there because I thought, well, we looked at Asda before we went on holiday. I couldn't find any shirts that I liked, but then when we went on holiday, we found one, and I ended up having to get changed at the back of the marina. And I took my top off, changed into my shirt, thinking there was no one around at that point. And all the shops around the back looked like they were derelict, like there was no one in them. And then these two girls walked out of this bridal shop, and I was like, oh my god, they've just seen me changing my top. So, just goes to show that even when you think you're alone, you're really not. And the last item, we only just found this yesterday, is the pink lemonade from Marks and Spencer's. And I thought, I don't know, I thought it would have been expensive, but it was 85p, which I think is pretty good. I mean, I shouldn't say pretty good for an M&S product, but it is really good. It tastes nice, and it was what I think is kind of affordable. So yeah, all in all, I think that's a good one. So yeah, that's my little list of things that we got for last month that we've been really enjoying. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I don't know how well these videos are received, but I enjoy watching them, so I just feel like other people must. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought, if you enjoyed it, if there's any items that you thought were not great, or if you enjoyed them, or if you've tried any of them and you like them. Yeah, let me know. I love answering the comments and reading the comments. It breaks up my day. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and we will speak to you in our next video. Bye.